Creating a high converting piece of content that makes your ideal audience want to get to know you, like you, and more than anything, trust you, so that you can build a system where you are able to predictably see how many leads are coming inside of your business, and as a result, be able to see how many leads will close inside of your business in a month-to-month basis, all through content, is actually not that difficult. And in this video, I am going to sort of drop the veil or lower the curtain behind what it actually takes to produce a piece of content, or better yet, put a content funnel so you're producing multiple pieces of content in order for you to do exactly that. As a matter of fact, I have done these exact same things inside of my businesses, inside the 200 to 300 businesses that I'm consulting with, and inside of the dozens of clients that I work with every single month. So I know my strategies work. I know this thing is very, very legit and like almost bulletproof, so much so that if you just listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth, you will not fail because this strategy is so unbelievably simple. Let's take a step back, and I need you to understand the same thing that happened whenever you clicked on this video, whenever you click on any other piece of B2B content. You, along with everyone else, including the people who you want to give you money, all have the exact same three questions inside of their head. Who are you? What do you do? And how can you help me? How you create a high converting piece of B2B content, or better yet, a content funnel when you put multiple pieces of content all together, is very, very simple. You just answer those three questions in a very, very effective, in a very, very meaningful way. Now, I know this sounds really, really simple, but it's because it's actually just not that complicated. And I'm going to break down how each of these three questions, why they must be done in order, why your audience asks them, and how to answer them in a very, very effective way that's going to make people, again, know, like, and trust you, so that they subscribe to your funnel, go to your email list, sign up for booking calls, and ultimately pay your invoices, because that's what we're all here for, right? All right, before I get into all of that, I need you to understand something. This video will not be structured how your typical or traditional content video is. I am not going to tell you how to get more views. Truth be told, I don't even care about views much at all, because they don't matter as much as most of you believe they do. Now, granted, your videos shouldn't have 0 views, but truth be told, if your videos have 30 to 100 views, I promise you are already down the right scale. Now, I understand that this is counter to how most people think about social media, but most people, whenever you are following social media advice, has been given to you from a B2C perspective. But we run B2B businesses. So think about things very, very practically. Somebody like Mr. Beast is going to tell you to do everything that you possibly can to get more views and get more attention. Mr. Beast also historically sells products that are worth about 30 bucks, which means in order for Mr. Beast to pay his bills and like live on this earth, he has to convince thousands, if not tens of thousands, and with the brand his big, hundreds of thousands of people every single month to buy and subscribe to his services, because he gets paid so little per sale. We don't have that problem. If you found me and you're watching my content, I can almost promise you sell a product that is at least worth more than $1,000 a month. A lot of you guys are selling products that are worth 30, 40, 50 thousands of dollars every single month. So think about that. You don't need to convince hundreds of people. You don't need to convince thousands of people, and you surely don't need to convince hundreds of thousands of people. For you and for your business, you need to convince like 2 to 5 people a month to be happy with your investment into YouTube and into content marketing as a whole. Which means, again, if you sell a product like, let's say, $1,000, you just added an extra $2,000 to $5,000 every month inside of your business, almost 2xing your business. Especially if you sell a product more expensive than that, you can see how exponential this type of growth can be, especially when you consider that producing content doesn't take that much time. And then more than anything, it allows you to grow in perpetuity, which means a piece of content that you posted 6 months ago can 6 months later still be making you money. So we need to get that out of the way. You will not be taught how to make more views. We will only be talking about how to make more money that is impactful for the people who you were trying to sell to. Now that we got that out of the way, let's start with the first one. Who are you? You'll notice that in every piece of effective B2B content, the person who's making the content puts some, I like to call it a stake in the ground of who they are and why they are credible to talk about the thing that they are credible to talk about. Unfortunately, the B2B space has been riddled with scams, schemes, and people who are just claiming to do false things, sell you a $3,000 course, and then literally disappear to never be heard from again. Because of that, people's guard is basically already up in any form of B2B sales or B2B marketing. On top of people naturally not liking to be sold to, and B2B is basically all sales, you have this adverse reaction where when people get your cold email, they get your cold call, they see your ad, or they do anything that is involved with you, even if it's a warm referral, the first thing they ask is, who the heck is this guy? You have to be able to answer that question effectively. For me, example, I am the content guy whose ads have been seen by now well over 100 million people. I've produced several hundreds of thousands of dollars in B2B results, and I've worked with dozens upon dozens of clients over the last 8 years on top of building and scaling my own e-commerce brands. And I have all of the data and history to back it up. If you want to see it, just scroll down my YouTube channel. That right there, I know might seem like a minor pitch and almost like a sales pitch or an elevator pitch, but it is that important and that impactful because what I just told you is I'm good at what I do, which means you should trust me because I know what I'm talking about and I have the data and the results to prove it. Notice I didn't even tell you my name. I didn't tell you the name of my company. I didn't give you my entire life story. The only thing I told you about was the thing that everybody cares about, numbers. I told you about the statistical data that tells you who I am. Now, you need to figure out how to replicate that inside of every piece of content that you put out, especially in the beginning. Once you get a little bit more well-known, a little bit more notoriety inside of your space, you don't have to do it as much. But when you were first starting out your B2B journey, like in the first year or so, just about everything you put out should have somewhere in it what you have done. Even if it's a small smidget of like, well, I work with a dozen clients and these are what they're saying. These are the results from working with those specific clients. Who you are is unbelievably important because people need a personable feel. Turn on the TV, drive down the highway, turn on even social media, and you will notice everybody is trying to snatch your attention and none of it feels authentic or is trustworthy. So it makes it unbelievably important that you are able to describe who you are. Next, what do you do? A lot of people skip this. As a matter of fact, if you've ever gotten a social media review from me, like literally 80% of the people skip this part, and it's so important because remember, all of these steps are in order. What do you do? So now that you told me who you are, people are kind of starting to roadmap and put together in their head where to place you in the value system of their minds. And you have to basically tell people where to place you. So what do you do? I make content systems. You can look me up on YouTube, you can look me up on LinkedIn, you can look at my Twitter account, which I don't even use anymore, or you can go to my website and you will notice it says big on all of them, I make content systems. It's very, very deliberate. It's very, very on purpose because I need you to understand that if you are looking for a content system solution, or if you are playing with the idea of putting together a content system, I need to be the person that you look at first. I am the person that actually does that. You need to tell people who you are because like everybody says, right? If you don't tell people who you are, they will tell themselves who you are. And in the B2B sales, perception is everything. If you run a cold email agency, you need to say, I help people do cold email or outbound marketing. It doesn't really matter how you say it. If you make creatives, you need to tell people I make creatives. If you help tech startups get funded from Series A to Series B, you need to tell people that. What do you do? Where should I place you in the rank of my head as far as credibility and allow you to categorize inside of my mind? You want to tell people that up front. And in every piece of content that you put out, you should just tell them that. It's not really a secret. The last question, and frankly, this is the most important question. To tell you the truth, most people won't even get here, but the people that do are very, very high intent captures, which means if you can convince them on this last part, more than likely they will at least talk to you. More than likely they will at least buy from you if you've done the other two right. This one, how can you help me? You will notice that on my channels, because I think the best case study is not what I tell you, but like what I actually say, you see frequently me answering questions that you, the person watching this video, is more than likely struggling with. I am actually telling you before you understand that you have the problem in your head itself, how I can help you. Long before you actually got here, I thought about you and I said, well, this person needs to know in 30 days how to build an effective personal brand on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, whatever their platform is. Let me put that together and sort of show them how to do it. Unbelievably important, because you need to be able to tell people not about this crazy situation, not about this stupid story, not why you started the company, not this cool picture that you guys took in an event. You need to tell them how you can help them in their situation. And this might seem a little counterintuitive or a little bit different than what most people will tell you, which basically all of our marketing strategies are. But the easiest way to do that is through case studies and client interviews. These two things are unbelievably important when it comes down the branch of how you can help them, because sometimes how you help other people is just as simple as how you have helped other people in the past, as in like your current client. What you want to do is put together case studies. So if I understand that my target market struggles with a certain problem, you should put together a case study that tells them how to solve that certain problem and include everything I just told you about in the video. If you figure out that you have gotten amazing results for one of your clients, you need to get that client on the call, give them an interview about how you helped them, the situation that they were in, what happened, and then how you helped them skyrocket their success. I'm going to do a blueprint on that in another video, but it's unbelievably important that you nail this piece and get it down as solid as possible, because what you want to do is provide unbelievable proof that not only are you good at the thing that you said that you are, but you are good for the person who is watching this video and can help them solve their problem. This is the piece that is only sales focused. These types of videos will never, ever, ever, ever go viral. What they will do is convert like crazy, because best believe everybody wants to look at reviews. However, people are not stupid anymore and they know reviews can be faked. However, if you can put together a case study where you were walking people through the strategies on how you did the things that you did, and then a client interview where you were showing under the hood people who have actively had success for you, I mean, just think about it. Why wouldn't somebody convert? If somebody knows who you are, if they know what you do, and they are fully convinced that you can help them solve their problem, why wouldn't they at least get on the call with you? Because you can scratch the itch. You can solve the problem that they are actively struggling with, so why wouldn't they want to talk to you? Even better, if you can convince them on the sales call that you can actually solve their problem, and you can do it for an affordable rate because you have a good offer and you're willing to back things up, put your money where your mouth is, use proven strategies that actually work to solve people's problems. Not only will you start creating amazing content, you will build an effective marketing channel that allows people, no matter where they come to you, through cold email, ads, outreach, it doesn't matter. When people find out about you, you give them so much statistical evidence that says this person is so good at the thing that they say they're good at, I absolutely have to hire them for this project. Putting together these types of systems and these types of funnels, again, is not that difficult. And if you want somebody to put together these funnels for you, click the link down below. If you are a little cash strapped and not doing, I would say, over about $20,000 to $30,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue, then watch more videos on my channel, because I promise you, I do these all day. And literally the content on my channel is like a free guide. So watch it. Hope you like this video. See you guys later. Peace.